Born and raised in Syracuse, New York, lacrosse was in Alex Hatem's blood.
I think I started playing in like third grade, but I remember just youth league, like part of our youth league, we would just go to Syracuse games. So like you're constantly around it, like constantly around a stick. And in upstate, they really preach actually like playing as many sports as you can. So most guys are like 2, 3, even 4 sport athletes. So lacrosse wasn't like the main focus until 10th or 11th grade, but you're always around it. Everybody you know played lacrosse, everybody's parents played lacrosse.
With a long history rooting for the Orange, there was really no doubt about where Hatem set his eyes when it came to playing collegiately.
My uncle played at Syracuse, he was an All-American there. Played with the Gate brothers, and you know, it was like the hometown team, like always grew up like a fan, going to the national championship games, and couldn't really turn that down. I knew it was kind of like a step up. I knew like playing time wouldn't be just given.
After injuries and a desire for more playing time, Hatem decided to transfer after 2 years at Syracuse. A familiar name popped up during his search for a new home.
I saw Coach Shamati's name. I didn't even know Richmond had a program at this point. Saw Coach Shamati's name, gave him a call, and as soon as I came to campus, I loved it. I thought it was honestly, like academically, I thought they had all the tools to basically have a great program one day.
When he arrived prior to Richmond's first season of intercollegiate lacrosse, Hatem quickly realized one thing. The Spiders were going to rely heavily on the shoulders of the young player.
Kind of coming into a new program, you got to figure out what the culture is and how you're going to build that culture. You got to look at the guys around you, who's there. And when I came in, everybody was a freshman. So it was me, I was the oldest guy, and then along with the other seniors. And you know, you kind of look at it, you're like, whoa, like where do you start? You don't have anybody older to look up to. So you basically have to set that standard. And it's tough because you guys are all here for the first year doing it all together. So it's tough. How do you get guys to buy in? But luckily, guys have been really good about buying in and kind of know what, you know, we want this program to be 5, 10 years down the line, and kind of doing all the right things to make that happen.
After a trip to the NCAA tournament in the program's first season, an undefeated conference regular season last year, and the highest national ranking in program history earlier this year, the Spiders have dealt with some adversity in the past month, with key injuries to some of the team's players.
It's tough dealing with those injuries. You don't know how certain guys handle it. Some guys handle it better than others. But honestly, it just like came down to a bunch of us just looking in the mirror and saying, you know what, like we've won without certain guys before, like we can keep winning. It's going to take stepping up from 2, 3 more players. So a lot of guys especially coaches, are really preaching like, hey, if we get productivity up a little bit from every single guy, like we can still go far and we'll end up being fine.
Stepping up is exactly what Hatem has done, scoring 2 goals in each of the past 3 games for the Spiders. His success comes as no surprise to his head coach.
He was the type who you could tell he wanted to be the best player that he could be. He was very focused on just improving his game, making himself more versatile, and even when he did decide to transfer, and we were going through that process again with him here at Richmond, it was very evident early on that he was focused, not just on the field, but he was focused academically. He came in, I remember him talking about exactly what he wanted to major in, exactly the path that he wanted to take. He had every summer mapped out, you know, from internships to study abroad. He was really on top of it, and that drive, again, is what makes Alex who he is.
Terrific shot right there, though, for the Spiders, and that's Alex Hatem.
The success that he has on the field is directly a result of the time that he puts in on his own, and just how much he cares about this team. So when Alex is playing well, I think that gives the team great confidence because Alex is one of our leaders, and you know the team just rallies around a guy like Alex having the success that he's had the last couple games.